October 28th, 2000. An anonymous user calling himself John Titor appeared online, claiming he had just arrived from the year 2036. He spoke about future wars, global collapse, and technology that didn't exist yet. At first, everyone laughed, but then some of his predictions began to come true. What if John Titor wasn't a hoax? What if quietly scientists had already opened the first cracks in time itself? Today, we explore the scientists who believe time travel isn't fantasy, but fact. Einstein once said, "The distinction between past, present, and future is only a stubborn illusion." His theory of relativity proved that time can stretch, twist, and even stop under extreme gravity. To the universe, time isn't a straight line, it's a landscape. And if it's a landscape, maybe we can take a shortcut. When astronauts orbit Earth, they move so fast that their hearts age slightly slower than ours. They've already traveled, not years, but milliseconds, into the future. That's time travel in its smallest, truest form. But what about traveling backward? Physicist Ron Mallett lost his father when he was just 10 years old. That moment shaped his life's purpose. He became obsessed with the idea of building a machine that could send a message to the past, a message to save his father's life. Using a spiral of circulating lasers, Mallett discovered that light could twist space and time itself, creating a miniature loop where information might circle backward. He once said, "If you can bend space, you can bend time." His prototype can't send people, but it proved one haunting truth. The laws of physics do not forbid time travel. They merely make it very, very difficult. Another physicist, Kip Thorne, whose equations inspired the film Interstellar, explored the mathematics of wormholes, tunnels connecting distant points in space and time. If one mouth of a wormhole experienced time slower than the other, you could step in today and emerge yesterday. Thorne's work wasn't fiction. It was peer-reviewed, real physics. For the first time, scientists had a theoretical path to travel through time, not by magic, but by math. And then there are the mysteries governments don't want to talk about. In 1943, witnesses claimed a U.S. Navy destroyer vanished during the so-called Philadelphia experiment. They said it reappeared moments later. Its crew burned, fused into the ship's hull. The Navy dismissed it as myth, but secret files and declassified notes suggest strange electromagnetic experiments were indeed conducted that year. Decades later, whispers of a government project called Pegasus surfaced. According to alleged participant Andrew Basiago, the program tested teleportation and time travel for intelligence purposes. Basiago claimed he'd visited the Gettysburg Address as a child operative. Outlandish? Maybe. But certain erased research budgets from the 1970s line up disturbingly close to his timeline. In 2018, Russian scientists at the Moscow Institute of Physics and Technology performed a quantum experiment that shocked the world. Using a specially programmed computer, they reversed the direction of time for a fraction of a second inside a controlled system. Electrons that had moved forward were forced to retrace their paths, like a rewind button on reality. They hadn't sent anyone to the past, but they had reversed the arrow of time. Even Stephen Hawking admitted, quantum mechanics seems to allow time travel on a microscopic scale. Maybe the door's already open. We just can't walk through it yet. But if time travel really has happened, why haven't we noticed? Physicist Igor Novikov proposed the self-consistency principle. It suggests that any trip to the past automatically reshapes itself to avoid paradoxes. You can travel, but you can't change what must occur. The timeline protects itself. So maybe the visitors are here, hidden not by secrecy, but by the rules of the universe itself. From heartbreak-driven experiments, to governments chasing the ultimate weapon, to particles quietly defying time's flow, one truth remains: time is not a wall, it's a window. And somewhere, perhaps on the other side of that glass, someone might already be watching us from the future.